Can you hear me, class?
Yes.
You can hear me now? Oh, sorry for that. Now, I'm Madam Agnes, and I'm going to take you through this unit known as laboratory practice. And today I want us to discuss on laboratory hazards. And before that, I want to state the objectives. And by the end of this lesson, you should be able to define laboratory hazard. You should be able to state the types of laboratory hazards, and you should be able to describe handling of chemicals in laboratory. And lastly, you should be able to discuss the general response to these laboratory hazards. Now, class, to begin with, I know you are not new to this kind of topic or kind of this unit. You've learned and you've been in the laboratory several times, and I know you are familiar with these things. Just to brainstorm, who can tell us what is laboratory hazard? Anyone?
It is defined as anything that has a potential to cause damage in the laboratory.
Very good. That is it, and that is exactly what it means. Basically, an hazard is anything or any agent that has the potential to cause risks or damages in the laboratory. No, we are saying hazard is now anything or any agent that has a potential to cause damage. Now, because we are talking about laboratory hazard, we add that cause damage in the laboratory. Are we together?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for that. And kindly just mute yourselves. Kindly mute yourselves to avoid these technological problems. Now, we are saying that everyone working in the laboratory are exposed to these types of risks or hazards. To our second objective, types of laboratory hazard. We have several of them, and I want you to name some of them. I can see Mercy, Deborah, Naomi, Oduol, Asoro, Jared in class. So you can give a try. Anyone, please, kindly?
We have biological hazards.
Thank you. Biological hazards. Any other class?
We have chemical hazards.
Chemical hazards. Thank you, Oduol. Anyone?
We have electrical hazards.
Electrical hazards. Thank you, Deborah. I can see your hand up.
We have radiation.
Yes, radiations. And finally, we have what we call physical hazards and fire hazards. All these, I know you've come across all of them in the laboratory. And because of time, we are not going to discuss them in details. And I know you have a clue of them. Just to continue, we have handling of chemicals in laboratory. As we all know that chemicals are very corrosive or dangerous in the laboratory, and we have a method of handling them or storing them. And I can just ask, what are some of the ways of handling or storing these chemicals in the laboratory?
Always label all containers with chemicals.
Yes, thank you. That is Deborah, I can see. Thank you, Deborah. We are saying that you always label all containers with chemicals in the laboratories. By labeling, we can now identify and we can know what kind of chemical is contained in what container. Thank you, Deborah. Anyone?
By using protective equipment.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you. Use of protective equipment. Those are very key in laboratory. There is no way you are going to enter into a laboratory without PPEs. Yes, we can say PPEs because you have to be well protected. You have to wear the lab coats, or you have, for chemicals now not to get spilled in your eyes, You should have goggles. Any other PPE in the laboratory class? Any other?
You have gloves.
Yes, thank you. Gloves are very key to protect your hands as you are working with these chemicals. And we are seeing another handling type way of or method of chemical is avoiding intentional smelling, inhaling, and testing of chemicals. I know in your previous levels, for example in high school, you guys did titration, and most of you are titrating or pipetting excess chemicals, and it could end up damaging you guys. Now that is what we are saying, that you cease from such kind of things. Just to, before we end our lesson, we want to look at general responses to these laboratory hazards. In this way, we are meaning when the hazard or the damage has occurred in the laboratory, what are you supposed to do? And for example, if there is an outbreak, fire outbreak in the laboratory, would you continue standing there waiting for the fire to reach you, or what are you supposed to do? Yes? Can we brainstorm on that? I know we are familiar with these things. Oh, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, now I can know we are together. So I have some in my screen that I've shared, and you can have a look at them. I have number 1S. Deborah, what do we have on our screen?
Raise an alarm.
Thank you. You have to raise an alarm if there is a fire outbreak in the laboratory, for example. Naomi?
You follow the guidelines.
Yes, in the laboratory we have rules and regulations on these hazards whenever it has occurred. Thank you. Mercy, I can see your hand up.
You should keep yourself safe by evacuating from immediate vicinity.
Thank you. That is why we are saying if there is any other damage that has occurred in the laboratory, we have used an example of fire. You don't stand there waiting for the fire to reach you. You just have to identify the emergency exit and exit from that place just to keep yourself safe. Madam Felicitas, are we together? Felicitas, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, madam.
Yes. Can you tell us what is in your screen?
The other response is call emergency responders.
Thank you.
Or emergency department.
Thank you. Another one. Felicitas, kindly continue.
You can as well attend the injured person.
Yes.
Also, we can record in accident occurrence book with possible cases.
Thank you. We are saying you call the emergency responders. In every other institution, we have a department who handles these emergency cases, and you offer services or first aid services to the injured persons, for example, and then you have to record that an accident happened at this time on this date, and what were the causes, and how did the school react accordingly to that kind of hazard. Thank you for your cooperation, class. Unless anyone has a question, that was what we were supposed to learn today. Anyone with a question? Are we all satisfied?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I wish you a good day, and let us meet in our next class. Bye-bye.
Bye.